Right, hello everybody. We return to Monaco. You've got a different commentator as Rob has been suffering technical issues, so I've jumped in here for him. Lap 16 out of 27 at Monaco. I'll admit I've absolutely no idea what's going on. I've just hopped in to save Rob, but at the moment a good lead battle going here at Monaco. Rapid on those fresh mediums, stuck behind the two guys on the hards. Of course, Monaco, such a tricky circuit to overtake, but if anyone can do it, it is Rapid being Rapid. Yellow up ahead. I think that's just a slow Aston Martin Mighty Atom. Actually, is that an on-track retirement or is that a crash into the wall? I'm not sure. By the way, no VSC, no safety car, so to speak of. Still got Rapid on the hunt. And look at him right on the rear of the Haas. King Panda pulling off into the pit lane, unleashing Rapid to slow. Sorry to catch up to Jenkins ahead. Crack right behind him as well. We'll see that gap tumble down, but of course wants to catch up at Monaco. So tricky to overtake. Plenty more of the race to go though, and I think Jenkins still on the tyres. He started the race, and yeah, no stops of Jenkins. They're going to need to have that stop at some point, which will let Rapid get free. Crack is going to be on fairly old tyres by the end. Hards should be able to get to the end at a bit of a pinch. So a luck up there from that Ferrari. Further down, another sort of battle going on. Rabbi and Curly here. But again, Monaco being the track it is, just so hard to go for anything. To be so frustrated as a driver. You've got to nail every corner, but still not enough to get the move done. You have to wait for a mistake, wait for the pit, get the undercut or whatever it may be. As you can see, the difference in pace here. Jenkins squirming all over the track. Rapid, he's on his gearbox right behind him, touching the flashing light practically. Still not enough to get through though. The question remains, when is Jenkins going to choose to pit? His teammate pitting last lap onto the softs. Now, do they try and work together? Does he try and hold them up? Although, is this Rapid's chance to go for the move? He's along the outside towards Saint Devoe. Can he hold it around the outside? No, he cannot. Switch back. Here's Rapid picking up 3 seconds of time penalties. But that might not matter. He's through. He's through to the lead. He's got the overtake done. And now we're going to watch that gap half a second at the moment. And that is going to open up more and more and more. Rapid will be looking to go to the end on these mediums. I believe they are going to be hurting a lot by the end. Already extending that gap up to nearly 1 second from just sectors worth of track. And now it's Crack's time to have a shot. Have a crack at getting past Jenkins. Though given the tyres, the tyre age, going to have less of an advantage compared to what Rapid did. We will see if he can see if he can fight smarter. Give myself a tongue twister. Passing over the curve, even dinking the wall there. Didn't see any damage kicking in now. Is Jenkins going to pit now? He knows he's Rapid is free past him. He has not yet pit, but look at that, 1 second. Sorry, got through and in one lap already gained 1.9 seconds over that Haas driver. As Jay Hartnell pulling into the pits, was on a set of mediums. Surely a set of softs now for the Aston Martin driver. Yes, it is, and they should be easily good to go through to the end. Rabbi losing a bit to Curly here. Interesting that, given the tyres, Curly, has he had a stop yet? He has, would have pit right at the end of lap 1. I guess that was just Monaco lap 1 front wing damage. We'd not want to be at a track like this with lesser downforce. How are we doing? It is just those 3 drivers each with 3 seconds of penalties apiece. As Jenkins also picking up 3 seconds, okay. But look at that time gap now, Crack right on the back, nearly getting him here. It's again the same game. Can you get through at Monaco? Can you wait for the mistake? You're going to get the cutback. See how much slower Jenkins is through that, and he's in. Jenkins is into the pits on his hard tyres. Well, from here, he's only got 8 more laps. Surely that is just a fast stint on the softs, and with the tyre advantage like that, he might be able to make up a few places here. Rabbi's caught back up with Curly again. These two might have a little squabble. Then again, it could just be Ravi getting frustrated at being unable to find the move. No, Jenkins onto the mediums. Okay, not what I was expecting. Where is he going to come out on track? It is P8, well ahead of Jay Hartnell. A fair chunk behind his teammate who pits earlier, who also pit onto the softer compound. But it remains Rapid, just pulling further and further away from the rest of the field. He picked up that 3 seconds. That is not going to matter if he can hold the lead to the level it is at the moment. And actually, now the race has settled down a little bit, I am going to read myself up on what on earth the rules are here for the Monday Mini League. So what have we got? So we've already had the Singapore race. What is the point system? That's an excellent question. What is the point system? And we'll see if I can find out. And that is a third driver, a second Mercedes joining this three-way squabble for the third place on the podium. And actually, the guys who've done those later pit stops on the softer compounds, they're starting to catch up here. Crack right the way down to Shy Panda, to King Panda and Jenkins. All of those drivers might be fighting for... Actually, no, Crack escaped, but Curly right the way down to Jenkins. All of those could be fighting for the last spot on the podium, 3rd through 8th position. Those 6 different drivers, they're all going to gradually close up because Curly's keeping them slow, he's keeping them bunched up. That's going to allow Tobes to catch up over time. He's 1.7 off the back of Cavalis at the moment. These 3 coming out of the tunnel. One of my favourite parts of Monaco races is seeing that camera angle on board of the cars as the light suddenly hits as you leave the tunnel. Screen temporarily going white and then kicking back in, and look at how close the Mercedes is to the back. Clipping the wall there is Curly, and again twice 2 corners back to back, but it's still not enough for Wee Rabbit to get through. He's practically pushing him through the corner at this point. Tobes is caught up, King Panda's caught up. They're hemorrhaging so much time compared to the cars ahead and behind. Just side by side here, Tobes and Carlos and into the wall, and that is front wing gone for Tobes. Contact with the Haas behind King Panda. Has he lost any front wing? Yes, he has. He's lost all of his front wing. A yellow, of course, for Tobes. A reset track there, understandable, given he's practically wedged sideways. Well, that's going to be King Panda into the pits once again. And my goodness, Monaco claiming yet another set of front wings. And that is the risk of an overtake. Happened so fast I didn't even see whose fault it was, but here we go. The 2 Haas cars now fighting away. Jenkins already catching up after his pit stop. He was a long way back, but of course King Panda no front wing. Does Jenkins know he should be going for the pass here? His teammate needs to pit. His teammate has to pit. Even if there is still 4.5 laps left, actually I think 5.5. There we go, going the long way around. Still side by side, these 2. Does the Haas pit? Yes, he does. Jay Hartnell's caught up though. Well, his teammate was holding him up. So these 2 will be squabbling for that P7. Jay Hartnell on the softs. They're going to be better, quite possibly better to the end of the race. I'm not sure they'll fall off in time for the mediums to be the better of 2 tyres. So a couple of on-track scraps at the moment by Monaco standards. That is a remarkably impressive thing. Okay, right, Spider's just informed me it is standard CRL points. That is good to know. That makes things nice and simple. As these 2 Mercedes starting to catch back up with Curly a little bit. I do wonder if Jenkins and Jay Hartnell are also going to catch up with this bunch. But any of these guys here with the penalties, they're going to just fall back. They all get stuck behind Curly, none of them able to pass before the end of the race. All of them are just going to... Basically, those were the penalties are done for. Nothing they can do about it. No way of getting through. All aboard the Curly train, and nothing able to be done. The two Mercedes, Rabi, he's looking for a way past. He's going to struggle based on the tyre compound. He's going to give it his best attempt nonetheless. The one DRS zone, the last time we saw something happen there, we saw two front wings lost. Toves and King Panda, the two victims of that incident. So here we go, looking for the move, but it's not on. Curly defending so well on those tyres. He knows he's fighting these guys to the end of the race. He's got 4 more laps to do his best to defend here. And that is what he's doing to his best. See, actually, Curly started to catch up to Crack a little bit. Crack not looking too far ahead. Only one mistake from that man. How much penalties is he on? He's on 6 seconds. Okay. Curly on his 22-lap-old tyres might be on for a P2. Imagine that is Jenkins having a look here on the fresh mediums, on the hard tyres, out braking, and oh my goodness, that is front left end plate lost on the wall. Rabi done for cutting the corner there. The stewards may remove that one post-race. Could have been forced. Jenkins, you can see the loss of downforce here through that end plate being gone. Jay Hartnell will have him in no time. Although it does not make sense to replace the front wing. Will Jenkins replace the front wing? No, he's going to soldier on towards the end of the race. Knows there's not long left now, and it's not worth losing the track position here at Monaco. 3 laps. But it is a Curly train still chugging along. It's Jay Hartnell. He has pulled alongside. Is he going to get the move done? Yes. Ooh, I say yes, he has. He's not got it complete just yet. He's going to have to go a long way around. No, Jenkins backing out in the end, deciding, you know what, I tried to defend. In the end, I would rather make it to the end of the race than do all I can to hold on Tobe's fastest lap from way down in P9. The man on fresh softs, he can absolutely bomb it here. No one in his way, no Curly train to worry about. It's Jay Hartnell looking for yet another move. Rabi again being overtaken, and this time he doesn't have to cut the chicane, and another driver does not lose the front wing. Jenkins trying to get on as well, but he is the man who Rabi got caught up with last time around at that chicane. And oh hello, that is a bit of front wing in the track. Two laps left to go on the clock. Rapid, absolutely rapid. 15 seconds he's built since he got through. Jenkins again suffering that lack of downforce. No wing, costing him massively here. Might even have his teammate catch up these last 2 laps if he can't hold it together too well. Remarkable job here by Curly. Curly is currently on to get that P2 position. He's closing down to Crack in terms of on-track time and position, and along with Crack's 6-second time penalties, he's going to get that P2 at current. If Cavalos can get past, then of course that will then fall onto him. It is realistically these two, unless Jay Hartnell can really start to close down. There is not long left of the track. Car up ahead. I know that is just Crack. Keep forgetting how close these guys got down to him. Now less than 2 seconds on track. They might even get him. Oh, it was Crack who lost his front wing. It was Crack's front wing we saw earlier. That explains such a large loss of time. Okay. We found the mystery front wing. It was a Ferrari. And the master plan once again falling away. He's got 1 lap to defend. But of course on track he can only defend so much. He's got 6 seconds of time penalties to worry about. And with 3 cars behind him, it might not just be the penalties dropping him down, but on track as well. The Aston Martin having a little look at the back of the Mercedes, and they're all stuck behind the Ferrari with no front wing. Is Curly going to go for the send? No, he is not. Of course, very hard to go for the move here. Just stick your car in the middle of the road and nothing the guy behind you can do. Look at that, the Ferrari, no front wing at all. A yellow flag further back, that's for Rabi. Presumably he's gone deep. You've got Jenkins then moving up the order. The man in P6 also front wing damage. Both him and Crack, front wings not in the best of health. Curly, a bad exit, and that pretty much secures Crack the on-track finish of P2. The penalty looking to drop him down to P5 though. But it's here we go, Rapid. We haven't seen much of him since I hopped into the commentary box. But rounding the last couple of bends, it will be him who wins here, despite the penalties. Does get through. He wins by a country mile. Look at that. Once he was unleashed, getting through. And oh my goodness, the Aston Martin ascend and a half. The stewards will not look too favourably towards that one, I am sure, but in the end not getting through. It is Crack who crosses the line in P2, but Curly who gets P2, Cavalos picking up P3, Jay Hartnell that P4. Crack will hold on to his P5 despite his lack of front wing. Jenkins losing out to his teammate, and Wee Rabby, of course, enough penalties, staying behind them both. Tobes, a bit of a lonely race further back, though I believe the man has picked up himself that fastest lap point, 9th and fastest lap. So always good to get every little ounce you can in terms of championship standings. Duncan, our last man out on track, no penalties for him on nice fresh soft tyres, so maybe we're going to see a change of the fastest lap here. You never know. Ooh, maybe not if he's going to go through there like that. He's out of VRS, nearly into the wall twice in a row now, but towards the line, the last finisher to make it through. Nearly a 50% attrition rate as Duncan finishes P10. And there we go, that ends the round 5-6 King of the Streets race here at the Monday Mini League. And it is Rapid who wins here. No idea who's won in previous weeks. I'll see if I can find any sort of standings. No, that is round 1 and 2. Right, so what was it? Rapid, round 1 and 2 we had a double P3 finish. Can't actually find myself what the results were for past week. So no idea what happened in Jeddah and Qatar. So I can't work out the points provisionally. Apologies for that one, but I can say Rapid has won here today from pole. Apparently so, a 14-second, well, nearly 15-second advantage. Plus, of course, he had penalties taken away at the end. Curly getting that P2, remarkably good defensive driving from him. Cavalos doing his best, picking up that last podium position, starting from the back. Jay Hartnell with that audacious send in the last couple of corners. Didn't work out for him in the end, but held on to that P4. Crack dragging his lack of front wing there at the end. And then Shy Panda P6, Jenkins P7, another man who had front wing damage at the end. Rabbi P8, Tobes 9th and fastest lap, Duncan P10. Then DNFs, Mighty Atten, MKP, Clerpiar, Polish Man, Victor Mean, Cami, Indian Jesus, Toffer, and finishing out is Harvey. I know I missed the majority of the race, and I apologise from CRL's perspective for all the technical mishaps. Rob had his PlayStation just kept shutting down, but my goodness, a nice bit of chaos Monaco showed us there. The trains bunching people up, the different strategies coming into play, the front wing losses, the mysterious front wing that turned out to be the Ferrari that got caught and held them up even further. And unless I can find what the results were for last week, I think I will be ending the stream fairly shortly. I will quickly mention, though, next week, week 4, will be pizza or pasta, Monza or Imola, Monza and Imola, the two rounds, the two Italian ones. So always good tracks, in my opinion. Temple of Speed, and then Imola, an interesting track to watch all the time. I always enjoy commentating on Imola. That crazy turn 1, you're always going to see people going for sends that maybe they shouldn't be. Awesome overtakes, some defence around the outside, up the inside. Who knows what it will be? But from me, that will be goodbye. Join again next. Well, actually, join on a Thursday. No idea who'll be commentating the ACC race, but give a watch to that one. That definitely won't be me. Join back next Monday. Hopefully, you'll have Rob back in the commentary box. It certainly won't be me back, as I will be busy at that point. But thank you guys for watching, putting up the technical issues, and see you whenever I am back in the commentary box.